which kind of leads me into this post by Charlie Francis. I'm lucky being from Canada. I was exposed to Charlie Francis very early in my career. Even in high school, I knew about Charlie Francis, and a couple of my coaches in high school were influenced by him. And Charlie's a great track coach. And if you watch any of his stuff online, he was the master of simplifying things. And Charlie basically says coaches are incredibly innovative in their efforts to screw up training. Simple works, but doesn't sell. And that is just absolutely true today. With the advent of Instagram, social media, you're going to see all sorts of crazy, complex things, and a lot of them are valid. Not for many people, though. I can't tell you how many times, even here in Nicaragua, not doing anything particularly fancy, but making people do things well. Ask somebody to do a lunge, and it's like they kind of half-ass it. They don't really. You get into their hip, they're kind of, arching their back, or they're doing it in a half-assed kind of way, and you actually get them to slow down, do it right, be effective, teach them how to put them in positions where they have to use musculature and not joints and capsules to hang out on, and you get much better results. Executing simple things exceptionally well. You're better off doing simple drills that you actually execute well than doing super fancy things that they suck at. And then over time, you gradually increase difficulty. But at this age of social media, and for me too, it's like when I'm coaching people, I give people really simple things. And the people that actually adhere to it actually get really good results. But a lot of people feel, well, I can't be that simple. And it is a lot of time, especially with relaxing. Most people can't relax. They don't know how to relax. I just wrote an article for a little post for my community about Joel Jameson. I use Joel Jameson's example. Joel Jameson talks about this all the time. He's like, it's just as important, if not more important, to teach people how to shut off, particularly in today's modern world. And if you look at the side effects of not being able to get into rest and digest, it is, insanely crazy. And basically, a lot of the things that people are struggling with today, let's read this off here. What are the side effects of not being able to relax? Health consequences of not relaxing. If you can't switch off into relaxation mode, the toll adds up fast. So you could be sedentary and still be in like a state of non-relaxation. Chronic sympathetic dominance spikes cortisol, leading to weight gain, especially around the belly, which, weight gain, cortisol constantly spiking your blood sugar, plus the indoor lights leads to overeating. Insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, weakens the immune system, making you more prone to infections and autoimmune issues. Mentally, it fuels anxiety, depression, cognitive fog, poor decision-making. Over time, accelerates cellular aging, increases inflammation, raises the odds of cardiovascular problems like hypertension and heart attacks. In short, not relaxing isn't just exhausting, it's a shortcut to burnout, disease, and a shorter, lower quality of life. Prioritizing rest isn't optional, it's survival. So if you want to read a really good book, Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers by Sapolsky, that's a great book. And I'm not saying we all need to become Buddhist monks. What I'm saying is that you need to learn how to work in before you work out. So the harder you're pushing yourself, the more you need to learn how to rest. Simple things like going for walks, breathing through your nose more throughout the day, slowing your breathing down. For super hard chargers, I like things like float tanks, things like that. Binaural beats are really good. But just taking the time to sit quietly, going outside, breathing through your nose. What's up, boss? How you doing? I was just talking about Charlie Francis's quote of coaches have a tendency to are incredibly innovative in their efforts to screw up training. Simple works, but doesn't sell. So, and of course, you were kind enough to comment on my comment the other day that elite level performance is not about health, it's about performance. A lot of people get that confused. That's a discussion for another day. But learning how to relax, a lot of people that are type A people will think working harder is going to get their goals for them. And sometimes that's true, but most of the time, people that are type A people that are training already, they just haven't mastered the art of shutting off. And they think the more work they do, you're only as good as your body's ability to recover. So there's just a few things for you today. I hope you have yourself a great day. I hope you take the time to get outside, and we'll see you again.